Mark, last time you tried something new, you
Yeah.
tried to predict if school was going to be canceled
Yep.
because of a storm. You're pretty spot on. It wasn't canceled.
Well, we got this one,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Well, we started discussing this tonight at dinner, and my girls just start ripping into me.
Right.
And so my wife just pulls out the phone and starts recording it. So this is a little bit of our discussion this evening.
Dad, listen, I know you think it's gonna rain tomorrow, but it's not. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Home free, baby. Forget about homework. That's ridiculous. If my dad says it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. Children, get your homework done. Lock it up.
I wonder where they got lock it up.
Yeah, well, that is one of those things that when I tell them to get ready, I usually punctuate it with a lock it up.
Lock it up,
So
kid.
yeah, all right, let's go ahead and let's get to it. So let's talk about what we're dealing with here. Ava wasn't quite fair in the respect. I don't necessarily think it's all going to be rain by any stretch, but let's break down the factors here. Snow overnight, I do think we're going to see some snow overnight into the morning hours, especially on the west side and out into the foothills. Meanwhile, 1 to 3 on the ground, I think that's unlikely at this point, given that we're not quite cold enough yet to see that. Will the roads be icy? Not necessarily, but we've got a big thing working in our favor here, and that's the weather wild card, and that is the fact that we have a lot of moisture with this system, and we're right on the edge of enough cold air. And the other thing is this. The weather is not going to get better throughout the day tomorrow, so I don't think you're going to see a delay by any stretch. So the overall cancellation potential is only 35%, but you got a puncher's chance, so you better root for the west side to get snow and for the foothills to get snow. If both of them get snow, could end up seeing things get canceled because during the day tomorrow, it'll get rougher. But overall, temperature is going to be tough to overcome and accumulate a lot of snow. But we do have winter weather advisories for the metro areas of Albuquerque and Santa Fe, and of course, those winter storm warnings. More on that in a moment. But we're seeing all that moisture slide up, and we do have some rain showers off to our south and west, but we do still have those gusty east winds in the metro area, and you can see that. East winds at 23, gusting to 32 miles an hour. The good news in all of this is we're going to see the winds come down overnight, so tomorrow that won't be a concern. 30s and 40s off to the north now, 30s and 40s to the south. So as you can already tell, it's not particularly cold. Our storm system is right here. It continues to churn and pull moisture up into the southwest. That will continue for the next 36 hours. So right now the storm is spinning off the coast. Timing of this deal right now through Saturday. What to expect: heavy mountain snow, widespread valley mix, and soaking rain to the south. Bust potential has been low on this from the start, and it stays low. We're looking at a good storm here, but what we know and what we don't know out of this storm is interesting. Here's what we know. We know we're getting unusually deep moisture across the state. So most areas of New Mexico will see something out of this. In addition, we also have warm air with this too, not a tremendous amount of cold air, and we have very good potential here because of all the moisture for the high mountains above 8,000 feet to see significant accumulations. But here's what we don't know, and there's no way around this. Rain or snow, metro area points out to the east. It's going to be right on that edge, so we're just going to have to wait and see how it shakes out. Number two, how long is this storm going to sit to our west? If it sits there for the better part of a day and a half, everybody's going to do well. But it could get pushed out of here a little early. If it does, and we end up on the short end of the precip stick, that will be why. But it's interesting with this storm because this thing is a special storm, and here's why. There's 3 reasons that this thing is really special. Number one, that moisture, which we talked about. We rarely see this kind of deep moisture, especially in the winter. And what I want to show you with these numbers is, this is model projections on how much rain we could see across the state in liquid precipitation. And these are huge numbers, an inch, inch and a half of rain over a good portion of the south, and maybe an inch to up to a maybe half inch across the north. Those are huge numbers for a winter storm. Very, very rare. In addition, we're not talking about particularly cold air. This is not a cold air blast, so that makes this storm unique too. And finally, what's really interesting about this is the higher elevations, above 8,500 feet, are going to see a lot of snow. But usually our snow ratios, meaning how much liquid does it take to form snow, isn't that high, meaning we usually see an inch of rain to 20 inches of snow. That's nice light snow, but not with this storm. This storm has less cold air with it. So we're only going to get an inch of rain. It gives us 10 inches of snow. So not something we always see, but it just makes this a very unique storm here across the board. Let's go region by region across the area. Rain and snow mixes across southern Colorado, and of course accumulating snow 6 to 12 for the San Juans as this thing moves through. Northwest, winter mix and breezy conditions here. Again, a few inches of snow definitely possible, maybe a little bit more if we can just keep those temperatures down a little bit. Same deal across the southwest, although you guys can be a shade warmer, so mainly we're looking at rain showers here. Over to the southeast, low elevation mix and mountain snows as well. Watch the Sacramento Mountains for big time snow. 12 plus inches will be possible. Across the northeast, snow with some light accumulations and an occasional mix possible, but you guys a little better access to cold air. Watch out for the mountains of northern New Mexico. At resort level, we are looking at better than 10 inches of snow for many of our resorts. Above 7,500 feet in the East Mountains, snow and difficult travel. Here in the metro, we're right on that rain-snow mix edge, not only overnight, but throughout the day tomorrow and into early Saturday, eventually topping out Saturday afternoon at 42. You want to talk more on Twitter? At KRQE Mark.
A busy couple days headed our way.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mark.